Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to take a look at my 2020 preseason superlative list. Okay, the most likely to this, the most this and that. Just pretty much a prediction on a couple players for the Cowboys for this season. Okay, this idea was born from a channel that I follow, NFL RT. Okay, make sure you check them out. They do a great job covering the draft. But don't forget, guys, this is serious. That means we're in camo time. All right. Dawn the new era. Hey guys, make sure you hit up the merch shop. Got the TD Lamb shirt going on here. It came out great. I love it. Fits great. So let's get right into the video, guys. Here we go. All right, first on the list here is the best new addition for the offseason. I'm going with Gerald McCoy. I think Gerald McCoy is going to be a big centerpiece of this defense. We've been talking about the defense needing help in the middle, needing to get beefier, needing to get better. I think with Gerald McCoy in the fray, you're getting that, and he's going to help out these linebackers. Okay, the linebackers aren't going to be getting blown up anymore at the second level as much, hopefully none at all. And all about Gerald McCoy, best new offseason addition. Okay, let's go look at the next one here. Next, we're looking at Connor McGovern. He's going to be this year's breakout player. You know, he missed all of last season with the pec injury. He re-injured it. The Cowboys, I think, kind of rushed him back and he got re-hurt. So hopefully he gets a little bit stronger there. And for me, he's competing for the left guard position. Okay, I don't think you move back into the draft to draft Tyler Biadasz just to sit him or to back up Connor McGovern if he were to win the job. So I think the left guard position is going to be Connor Williams versus Connor McGovern, and we'll go from there, guys. But he's going to be this year's breakout player. I think he's going to play well at left guard for us. Okay, and for this year's comeback kid, I'm going with Leighton Vander Esch, LVE the Wolf Hunter. Okay, the comeback kid, because just like Connor McGovern, he missed out. But this is a very special player to us. We know what he does on the field. He's very solid in his tackling. That neck, that stinger really sent him back. It really set back the linebacker core. It was kind of a domino effect. Him and Jalen Smith feed off of each other. Okay, so LVE, he says he's good to go, ready to go. I'm going to believe him. And with him back in the fray, I think you're going to see a big year from him. The comeback kid, baby. Let's go to the next one. Okay, and we're looking at our first round pick here, CeeDee Lamb. I have him as our X factor for 2020. I think you have to have an X factor every year. I think you're going to get that with CeeDee Lamb here. We lost Randall Cobb, but we drafted a spectacular blue chip player. It really fell in our lap. And with Mike McCarthy being a quarterback whisperer and one that really is really good at evaluating wide receivers, I feel really good about this pick, and I think that he will be the X factor. I love our offense with Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup. I really love that. And Zeke with the running game. But man, you just add CeeDee Lamb into the fray. Explosiveness. All right. Sheer explosiveness could be the next greatest show on turf, Cowboy style. Okay, so X factor is going to be CeeDee Lamb. All right. Let's look at the next superlative. Here we go. And for players that I believe that could surprise you this year, I'm going with Donovan Wilson. I think he's a player that could surprise us in the way that he's going to stack what he did last season with another great offseason workout. We've seen everything he's been doing in the offseason. He's doing everything the right way. He's taking care of the temple, the body there, and he's a ball hawk. We saw him show it to us on the field, so he has it. He's shown it. This isn't a player that you're going into this season where you haven't seen anything from him, kind of like a Tristan Hill with Donovan Wilson. You see the ball hawking skills, the recognition of the play, where to be, where to sit in the zone, make the interceptions. I think that at the end of the day, sometime during the season, he's going to be a factor in some sort of way, and I think he's going to be one player that's really going to surprise a lot of people. Everybody wants the trade for safety, Earl Thomas last year. This year's been all about Jamal Adams. I'm sure it'll be another one next year, but hopefully with Donovan Wilson in the fray, he can shut all that down and maybe look to be the future there at safety. All right, let's look at the next superlative. Here we go. If we're talking about an ascending player or a rising star, if you will, I think you got to look at Michael Gallup. You know, you continue to see the progression, and that's what you want. You want to see that improvement from year 1 to year 2 to year 3. And I think you're definitely seeing that with Gallup. You're seeing more confidence, more ability to expand on his play the previous season, and I think you're going to see that again. You're seeing a rising star right in front of your eyes, and this is a player that could be one of those players that you think about giving a second contract at some point. For me, I'm predicting that he will earn a second contract. You know, the way these guys have drafted and acquired wide receivers. When we're talking about players under the radar, there's plenty to pick from, but for me, I'm going with Luke Gifford, a year 2 player for the Cowboys. Similar to Donovan Wilson, had a very, very solid preseason, strong training camp. And if he was able to stack what he did in training camp onto the field, has a knack for the ball. He knows where to sit in the zone, made interceptions for this team, looked like a very good playmaker for us. I think he's going to contribute and be an integral part for Coach Fossil on special teams, but also somebody that you can look to in the future, possibly for, replacing or upgrading over Sean Lee in the next season. Okay, let's look at the next one. Now we're going to take a look at the most overrated player, in my opinion, and we talked about this on the podcast on the Frisco Report. I do love Tyrone Crawford, but he just has not produced. He's missed a lot of time. His injuries have robbed him of that initial burst off the line. He's always a second too slow to get into the quarterback. Yes, we love the leadership and that kind of thing, but at some point you got to pull the Band-Aid off. And whether it happens this season or not, or they let him finish his contract, we'll see. But if Tyrone Crawford were a free agent and you were looking at him, you would say, we're not touching this guy with a 10-foot pole. Too many injuries, and I think he's going to have a difficult time in free agency once he does hit. He's just too beat up, missing a lot of time, and just a little bit overrated for me. Not to be savage as hell, but that's just what it is. Okay, let's look at the next one here. Okay, and now for my most underrated player on this team, I'm going with Jordan Lewis. And I've talked about this previously in other videos and on the podcast, but for me, he's one of my more favorite DBs on this team. I think he's really physical. Didn't really get the opportunity under Coach Richard, whether it was just, Coach Richard not liking that, Jordan Lewis kind of took his own path, but he made plays. He made plays. There's no doubt about that. So he'll have another opportunity under this new coaching staff, and I think they're going to do really good with this talent. I don't think they're going to waste it. I know for sure that Coach McCarthy sees that talent, and he's going to utilize that talent on defense. He's going to play well in the slot. I see him playing in the slot for us, and somewhere that you could have that conversation about re-upping at some time during the season. All right, that's how confident I feel about him. The most underrated player, Jordan Lewis. So look at the next one here. All right, guys, and the final one here I'm calling the complete package. All right, of all of the players on this team, I feel that the gob, Zach Martin, is the most complete player. He keeps stacking all-pro seasons under his belt. Been described as the most effective run blocker, pass blocking guard in the league by his peers. They talk really well about him. He gets a lot of praise from his peers, and it's not something that we need to know. I mean, we see it every game. Durable, durable at Notre Dame, played all his games there, didn't miss any time. Durable with the Cowboys. I think for the first time last season he missed a game, but you want to talk about one of the toughest players on this team is Zach Martin, and there's a reason he has that C on his chest, on his jersey. He's a big time leader. You lose Travis Frederick, who was also a captain for this offensive line. I think Zach Martin is going to be the one that everybody's going to be looking to for that leadership. I think that he really takes that lead role moving forward, now that Travis Frederick's gone. But complete package, Zach Martin. All right, guys, so that was my 2020 Cowboys superlative video. All right, like I said before, make sure you put your list in the comments. I want to read yours, who you have in your list. So type that up when you get the chance. Make sure you hit like on this video, subscribe, hit the bell for all the notifications, you know, whenever I go live or when I drop a new video or a story. Okay, so really appreciate you guys. Shout out to all my members, new members, that kind of thing. And we'll be back Saturday for In the Lab with quarterback Ben DiNucci. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's a great video. Working on it right now. Could be another steal for us, you know, but we'll see what happens there. But I'll see you guys for the next one, guys. Peace.